Yeah, I still got to work on those transitions. Good
Yeah.
morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Darcy.
Good morning, Jeff. I've verified that not only did the music make noise, but so did our speaking. Not like last time.
Yeah, not like our last staking video. Oh,
Yeah.
bad memories. Good memories, fun times with friends. Bad memories
Yeah.
with video.
Yeah. It was so much fun, and that's what made it even more disappointing, I think, for me.
Yeah, and it definitely set us up for the first show that you're gonna lead today.
Yep. Today I am leaving the show. I'm just kidding.
I said lead. I said
I
lead.
know.
LEAD. It's already been insufferable without you, so
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Our
I was
viewership's down. I get complaints every day from grandma like, when's Darcy coming back? Will she be back at the next show?
Oh.
Are you sure she's not mad at you? What did you do? That's what it's evolved to now. What did you do?
What did you do?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. No, I'm back. We're all settled in our house. We don't have any trips planned. Nope, we're good.
It's just funny. You're settled in your house till you gotta move again?
Yeah, well, that's a few about a year. I think we do have a vacation coming up in October.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You already exceeded all your maximum PTO. You're allowed like 2 days and now you're at like 30.
I know. I'm
And
starting to feel like you are correct.
this is unacceptable. No more PTO.
No,
Rick's
it,
gonna have to find some other hottie to take with him.
good luck.
No,
I mean, not that he
no.
couldn't find a hottie, but
Well, yeah, I don't think
that's
there's anybody to stand. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, Rick.
Yep, no, he's stuck with me.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
stuck with the old lady.
The old lady. Sorry. I was just talking to my cousin about being old. She's like a year or two older than me. And yeah, see, like I don't even she's not like really old much older. Kind of like well, a little older than you, I would say, cuz you're just months. So she would be oh no. I was gonna make some joke about her being old, but it was already we were already discussing it yesterday. So no, because like if you're old, she's really
Yeah.
old.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, we're not really that old in relative terms. We just feel that way sometimes.
Heck yeah.
In
No, it's
bear years, what's eggplant years? I wonder how that works. That's like you're probably like
a
a
rotten.
million in eggplant years.
Yep. I'm a rotten eggplant at this
Yeah.
point. Yep.
How old?
Yeah,
How
they
long do
we
bears live?
I don't know. Let's find out.
What were you gonna
Just
say this
any old
week?
kind of bear.
You,
Um,
you
no,
awesome.
I was gonna say like I did a bunch of walking and stuff this weekend. My back hurt so bad and my ankle got all swollen. I was feeling really old.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Well, it
You're,
wasn't funny, but a giant panda, which is weird because they're not bears, right? It says
I
20.
guess they are now.
Yeah, if we're talking about lifespan, it says a brown bear, which you're brown, is 20 to 30 years. So you've exceeded. Um,
20 to 30.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah. So you're wow, ancient
Yeah,
indeed.
that was the exact word I was just gonna use to say, "Wow, I'm ancient."
Yeah,
So, yeah, just so old, so old. Well, enough about that. That does explain why our video last Wednesday didn't work because we were here last Wednesday. We were
yeah,
recording, and I think some people viewed us. I think Grandma viewed us multiple times,
yeah.
trying to figure out what was going on. And little to our knowledge, did we know that there was no sound. No
Yeah.
sound.
Yep. Well, we have to do that every once in a while.
Keep us on our toes to make sure
Keep
we go
keep
down
us
our
yeah.
checklist.
Exactly. Like, you're getting sloppy, eh? We're forgetting to check this out. Well, to be fair, So I did check the sound, but I only listened to the song, and I thought that I heard us talking as well, and I didn't. So
Well, you did hear us
that was my
talking to each
fault.
other.
Yeah. Yeah.
The echo.
Just
The,
not in the video. Yep.
Mm.
Whoops. My fault. Sorry, everybody.
It was your fault. I think it was the internet's fault for not turning on the sound.
Well, there's that too. I'll take my portion of the blame.
Okay, you can split it with them.
Mm.
We need some titles. We're not doing well. So
No.
we'll have to talk.
Well, yeah.
But we haven't been talking.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I've been busy. But yeah. It's. But
So,
I'm ready.
My so's are back.
Yes.
Staking. What is staking? If you could read lips, you would know from last time exactly what staking is.
Yeah. If you can read Bear Lips.
I was going to say Anime's lips. Market cap 1.07.
That's pretty good, huh? From last
Better.
week, even.
We're going to say from last week, it's up 10% maybe. Because we got our 10% column, 7 days. And for the last 30 days, some things have been up. If you're an Ethereum holder, you're feeling a lot better about your holdings.
Yep. Yeah, that's got to feel much better.
And our big drop is falling off our year-to-date chart, so then it doesn't look so bad. Mm-hmm. You know, as things rotate off, you're eventually just going to be like at 2% over here. It's just funny. It's so misleading, right? If you're only looking a year. But if you bought like a year and a half ago, you know that pain oh so well. Many people do. I gotta get my number back. It was this column that I need to sort on. Things are looking better overall. I think the general economy is looking better. We have a big election if you're listening overseas coming up. So I think the markets are gonna look a little better for, you know, the people that want to be reelected. I always kind of noticed that, but maybe that's what would be so much fun with blockchain, because you can just log stuff and then you could go back and check on it later on and see if it was true or not, and nobody could change it, right? Yeah. So you could say, hey, these statistics, this happened here, and then later on you could go back and check your ledger, and everybody would have confidence in it because they would know that you can't change it. And that's interesting. I think about that a lot, like trying to see what that would look like in some data organization ways. You know, like what you would store, and then where would you present that information at? Who would have access to being able to store that? Because you wouldn't want anybody just storing anything on there. So that'd be interesting. But right now, everything's looking pretty flat for the last few days. I wouldn't really, there's nothing much to talk about there. Oh, we'll check our Polygon because we were waiting for it to come back down. Not doing what we want it to do. No. Don't know if we're going to get 38 cents again. Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's actually getting higher. It was at like 78 or something, I think, last week. Yeah. Oh well. What is staking? Well, staking is a popular way to earn passive income with your crypto investments. If you have bought some coins and they happen to be in the top 50, I'm making a generalization because they don't let you stake usually. I was going to use a bad word. Not very good coins. They have an S word that they use with those. And yeah, that's what they describe a lot of the coins. If you go back to the coin market cap, There are 20,000 different coins to choose from. And I think that was 10,000 last year. So most of these are not worthwhile. Definitely a lot of the ones. Optimism. Does that sound like a good one? Or Saudi Shiba Inu. Yeah, I take a drink of water for that. Is up 360%. When they launch, they do sometimes do that, but in general, anything that's got huge gains is probably not that great. Like just all of a sudden, and then like what's the project behind it? What are they trying to do? Why is everybody throwing their money into it? You got to ask those questions. And so you won't find staking on the not very good coins usually. What is staking? You can think of staking as the crypto equivalent of putting money in a high yield savings account. Seems like I've read this before. Just
Yeah.
Flashbacks. The real deja vu. I was telling me a while about deja vu, about my deja vu episodes. You know what I mean? And she asked an interesting question. Does it? Oh, maybe that was about the dreams. I'll have to figure out what she asked the question. I took it as, does it scare me? And I said, but I think it might have been about a different, because we were talking about dreams too. But the deja vu thing is, I just want to know what it is. You know, that's what's interesting. But so the staking is the crypto equivalent of putting money in a high yield savings account. When you deposit funds in a savings account, the bank takes that money and typically lends it out to others. In return for locking up that money with the bank, you receive a portion of the interest earned from lending, albeit a very, very low portion. Similarly, when you stake your digital assets, you lock up coins in order to participate in running the blockchain and maintaining its security. In exchange for that, you earn rewards calculated in percentage yields. These returns are typically much higher than any interest rates offered by the banks. That sounds like a sell to buy cryptocurrency and try to stake it.
It really does.
How does? Oh God.
Think of all the money you'll earn. You'll earn.
Oh, speaking of pennies, I got my first staking rewards from the newly staked stuff I did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was 5. 5 pennies.
That's a nickel.
Yep, I got a nickel. So, for perspective, and then we'll explain what staking is. Well, I'll tell that story when we get over to it, because it's not as bad as it sounds, but it was kind of funny. I was like, I double checked it because I was like, is that like 5% or 0.5%? What's going on?
No, it's literally 5 cents.
It was 5 cents.
That's good.
It's actually good in perspective. So.
And how often do you see interest except for when you're paying it? If you're receiving interest and it's an actual, yeah. Anyways, let's continue.
Staking is only possible via the proof of stake consensus mechanism, which is a specific method used by certain blockchains to select honest participants to verify new blocks of data being added to the network. Proof of stake. What is proof of stake? Proof of stake is a method of maintaining the integrity of cryptocurrency, preventing users from printing extra coins they didn't earn. While a different method called proof of work is currently used by Bitcoin and Ethereum, the 2 largest cryptocurrencies, and Ethereum has plans to migrate to proof of stake to make the platform more scalable. Both proof of stake, proof of work are what are called consensus mechanisms, a method by which the blockchain maintains its integrity. Consensus is what addresses The doubling speed. Wait, consensus is what addresses? I was thinking they were the addresses of wallets. What
Oh,
addresses? It's funny how you just say it in a different way, but it was still the
yep.
same word. What addresses the double spending problem of digital money? If there were any way a user of cryptocurrency, blah blah blah. That didn't really explain it. Proof of work, first proof of stake. I didn't really have a pros and cons. So, um, oh, I think they do it right here. And now I'm getting like this huge drop down. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get back up here. By forcing these known network participants known as validators or stakers to purchase and lock away a certain amount of tokens, it makes it unattractive to act dishonestly in the network. If the blockchain was corrupted in any way through malicious activity, the native token associated with it would likely plummet in price, and the perpetrators would stand to lose money. The stake is then the validator's skin in the game to ensure they act honestly. I guess I didn't need to go look that up. I think I remember that from last time too.
Yeah.
For the good of the network. You don't what?
That term "skin in the game," I don't know why it always just
You don't like it?
I don't like it. But it's
Makes me think of Rob Zombie.
I'm like looking it up because I'm like, what is it? Like, what does it mean?
Where did it come from?
Yeah.
Well, it means you take a knife and you cut off some skin and you put it in the game. I don't know. Yeah, that's how somebody literally would take it. But it means that you have part of your money invested in seeing that this game plays by the rules. That's how I would.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's I understand like what it means. I don't know, there's just something about it that like it just is weird. I don't know.
I
It
agree.
I mean, it makes sense. You yeah.
The bigger their stake, the higher chance they have to propose a new block and collect the rewards. After all, the more skin in the game, the more likely you are to be an honest participant. Well, what happens when you have no skin left?
Yep. Then you're in trouble. Big trouble.
Sometimes the validators run a staking pool, which is a bunch of people getting theirs together. And then here's what are some known cryptocurrencies you can stake: Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, Luna, Avalanche, Polkadot. Ethereum is in a peculiar situation right now because it's possible to both mine and stake. How can you start staking? If you're looking for ways to maximize your rewards that specialize in the highest interest rates for your digital assets, some examples, not recommendations, examples, are these staking as a service platforms: Everstake, Blockdaemon, Figment, and MyContainer. What are the risks of staking? And we're only going to read the bottom one because we decided the last time the rest really don't matter.
Yeah.
Staking pools can be hacked. And so that's...
Yeah, and that's not good.
Oh, I'd say the second to last one too. The rest were stupid. There is a counterparty risk if you're part of a pool and the validator doesn't do their job correctly, you might get penalized and miss out. But it says miss out on rewards. It doesn't say you lose your crypto, but I would expect that that's possible.
Yeah.
Then what would be the penalty? Ooh, you lost some rewards, but you didn't lose, as a validator. Staking is a good option for investors interested in generating yields in their long-term investment and aren't bothered about short-term fluctuations. Definitely. If you're a holder and you're going to hold for a long time, you should look into staking. More staking. How does it work? Why do only some have it? It's because of their consensus protocol. What is proof of stake? What are the advantages? What are some risks? And you won't, to remind people didn't hear last time, you won't be able to trade your stake coins. So you lock them up in an area and you can't get them back for a few days to a week sometimes. Anyone's allowed to do it pretty much if your coin allows it. The best crypto staking platforms according to Forbes advisors. Ooh. Kraken. Why would you want to give your stuff to a Kraken? Isn't that like a mean creature? I don't think it's going to act honestly. Gemini. KuCoin. Like these top three, I think, just all got like in trouble for some stuff. Okay, we'll start here. Coinbase and Binance US. That's a little bit better. But I think what Gemini didn't get in trouble. Gemini.
Sorry. I yawned.
What was their news? Nope. Yeah, okay, doesn't look like they got in trouble for anything.
It looked like.
Yeah, everybody's laying off.
Yeah.
The tech industry is laying off 30,000 employees, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so they didn't get in trouble. Let's see, before we even just continue. KuCoin. Bargain rates, crypto. Addresses, recent. Oh, that's probably why. Maybe they were getting hit with some unvalidated news. FUD. Yeah, I don't know. And then we got Kraken because I did thought we had them up. But then we decided it was stupid, right?
Yeah,
Coinbase under scrutiny. Because what?
They were letting who were they letting in? Oh, it looks like it's the next one down that we looked at before.
This right here?
And the next one down.
Oh. Yeah. It was sanctions.
Yeah.
It was just they were selling to Iranian people, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Middle East.
Bad because they weren't allowed to, but not like bad as in you're gonna lose all your money bad, probably. So these three weren't too bad, and then Coinbase I can speak to, and Binance I can speak to, and that's why I brought up Binance, because they very clearly talked and showed how you can stake, what they offer for staking. And the one that I recently put into my staking was Atom. And that was $50 worth of coins.
Oh.
And I got 5 cents. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, that's really not too bad. Because a lot of times you have thousands and you get like 5 cents after a year.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You get 5
2
cents
pennies.
No, that's awesome. That's pretty good.
And that comes every week. So in 1 month, I could have 20 cents. Almost a quarter.
Almost.
And they pay their rewards back with more atoms. And then it just keeps building on itself. But
I like it.
a lot of these interest rates are a lot better than you'll get from CDs or bank savings. This isn't an endorsement to go out and buy crypto, because you could still lose money on it.
For a certain amount of time?
No.
Do you get penalized for taking
Nope.
it out early?
Nope. Not at all. There is no time frame that I've seen on any of these. I can't speak to those other sites because most of mine is on, well, it's between a couple sites, but um, you can't gain access back to sell your coins or trade your coins. That's what trading would be, selling them. Or it's not like you, I guess you could just give them to somebody, but you couldn't even give them to another wallet for a few days, up to like 7 days. Different ones have different rules before you get them unlocked. And then but it would not, it doesn't penalize you. It just, you wouldn't get your rewards for whatever period, probably from the moment you hit the button, I'm guessing.
Gotcha.
And then you could put them right back in. You could unlock them, sell them, a few of them, I guess, and then lock them back up. But I guess you'd only probably want to unlock the ones that you want to sell. I don't know why you do them all, but there's no, it's not like a CD where you got to wait a year or 5 years to get your stuff back. But in the crypto market, things change within minutes. And if you want your stuff back that second, then you wouldn't have it. But you would be looking to long term, not short term. So then I don't think it would apply to you to try to get it back really quick. Something to definitely look at if you have coins and you're not doing anything with them. Let them earn. Let them earn. I recommend it. I've had good luck with staking VeChain in the past. Obviously staking Cosmos now. I've staked quite a few. I haven't ever staked any of the top 3 though, which is interesting because they're some of my larger ones. And there's no reason. It's just
it out with the.
Huh?
Just testing it out with the lesser.
Well, it's the idea of not having access to trade them right away or use them. For us, it would be using them to make NFTs in these 2 cases. And then Binance offers, whenever you do buys and sells, if you use their coin that you have to pay their fees, you get a 25% cut on their fees. So it's like it's in their way, it's an angle to make people want to have their coin, right? So you have some of their coin, but their coin's actually really good. Their chain's a pretty nice chain, and but if you have their coins and you go and buy Bitcoin, well, actually, Bitcoin on their site's free to buy and sell. They don't charge for it. They're one of the few sites that don't. But if you were buying, say you were buying Solana, and they charge like a fee. I forget what it is. It depends. It's different at different things. But let's just say it's you buy $100 worth of Solana, they'll charge like a 1% fee or something, or 3% fee. And then if you pay those fees using their cryptocurrency, which you just check a box and saying you agree to pay with their crypto, and if you have some, they'll take 0.000. I've seen it come out, and they'll reduce their fees by 25%. So it's in a way, it's a no-brainer to pay the fees, but then it does make your tax forms a little more complicated because you're paying fees in non-US dollars, and then you got to account for it. It's a little bit of a headache, but it's interesting how the whole system works. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I haven't staked Solana and Matic, because I actually use those coins. I don't think I'm going to use the amount that I have, but it's an interesting thing. And then I also teeter back and forth on removing more into cold storage, so pulling it off the exchange and putting it in a USB drive. And if it's staked, but you could just stake it, and then you could change your mind when you finally decide what you're gonna do. So maybe this week I'll finally stake the rest of them. That's my personal experience with it, because I don't know, it is a mental block. It's like, why wouldn't everybody just throw their money into CDs and savings accounts? It's not like you're gonna spend it all instantly, right? But it's that idea that you don't have access to it if you want to.
Yeah, or if you need to.
Need to. But it's just want, right? Period. Want.
Yeah.
If you need it for any reason, you can't get it. So and the odds of you needing it if you're doing what you're supposed to are so low. But it's a mental thing, right?
Yep. Yep.
I mean, most people don't. If you have money in savings, first of all, I know that most Americans don't. But if you did, and say you had like a large chunk, it's not like you go around just spending large amounts of money. So, all right, break time.
Yeah.
Take
I'm
a quick
ready
break.
for some caffeinated beverage.
I know I've been staring at mine because I don't want to take the last sips of it.
I know, me too. Like, I need to save that to cool off the next
That's exactly it. So we'll do just like a 3-minute break or something.
Yep. That sounds good to me.
Chat's awful quiet today. Is anybody out there in the crypto world? I can't say the crypto verse because that's already trademarked by somebody. I'm not positive it's trademarked, but I know the other crypto channel that uses that. One of my faves, I believe his name is Benjamin Cohen. I definitely recommend checking him out. That guy's analysis is on point. On point. Oh, Benjamin Cohen. I used his. I was like, so what's I think I was talking about chat being quiet in the cryptoverse. I said crypto world because I can't use cryptoverse. That's his term. Back into the cryptoverse or something like that. And then I named him, name dropped him, Benjamin Cohen, and I said that's an awesome. His analysis of cryptocurrencies is so awesome. Really good. Definitely not somebody that promotes things when, well, he really doesn't promote anything. It's usually doom and gloom, and not in a bad way, but just like, let's be realistic. Here's what's going on.
Well, that's nice, though.
It is. It is very nice. Kraken. Here's Kraken, but I don't think. Oh, here's a staking thing. I don't know why we didn't find this last time. Earn up to 23% yearly. All right, let's see who we get this. Oh, they stake Cardano. Oh, Cosmos also. Ethereum 2.0. That's what. I gotta see if I transferred my Ethereum off of Coinbase because Coinbase was allowing staking for Ethereum. I need to get into that. Flow. This is man, their name just keeps coming up. Oh, I know a title. Hold on. we are gonna can you write something down real quick, or OneNote it in our OneNote?
Oh, yeah,
Um,
that's a good idea.
our next or one of our coming up episodes, we should talk about running a node for Chainlink. Remember how we talked about and we saw that, and I was like, oh, that'd be fun. We should
Yeah.
look more into that because Flow is another one that I think we can run a piece of their chain, like be a node on their chain. And Flow is something I've seen come up when I've looked into different coding things, and that's why it just rings a bell. I don't know much about it. Kava, Kusama, Mina, and Polkadot. Oh, Polkadot has staking. That's interesting. Well, they said it in that other one, but Binance does not offer staking on Polkadot. That's where my dot's at. And Solana. And if you compare the two, let's see, Solana's 4.5. Staking on Kraken may get you a little better yield. Just where are you comfortable with leaving your stuff in an exchange at? Remember, exchanges are under government scrutiny right now. And it's not saying that you shouldn't, because that's a good way to get your feet wet and, to kind of figure things out, because they, in a way, protect it for you. And then Coinbase, I don't know what their staking has. That's just rewards. Yeah, we couldn't find anything on theirs. Oh, now on to our fun articles. Does anybody have any questions about staking? Should we cover anything more? This is interactive. It's just so funny.
You're like, we saw this already last week.
Yeah, they saw. Now I don't think they have this part because I didn't go back and try to pull the same random news.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we covered. We covered an SEC investigation into what Kraken, and then Coinbase, because one of their people I think left and then did bad things, and then Lex Friedman has an interview out there with one of the co-founders of Coinbase. Really awesome. Really awesome.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Have to check it out.
Mm-hmm. I love when they talk programming. It's just so much fun. It's definitely fun when they talk the other crazy stuff. But I always love listening to the comments on like first languages and first programs that people wrote and initial interpretations of the programming world. It's always fascinating. Fascinating. And then they go and build robots that take over the world. A robot known for outperforming crypto markets increases allocation to Ethereum, Polygon, and additional smart contract competitor. A robot that's garnered a reputation for outpacing the crypto markets is revealing its latest portfolio allocations. Every week, the Real Vision bot conducts surveys in order to create algorithmic portfolio assessments consistent with a hive mind consensus. The bot's freshest data finds that traders' risk appetite remains about the same as last week. So this is according to their article. Whatever. Squeezing into voting to overweigh their portfolios with a dozen altcoins in addition to the big cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Squeezing into second place was Solana. So there's a robot that issues surveys and then compiles all the data and gives their recommendations of where everybody's putting their money at. That's interesting. Right now, the bot's portfolio looks like this. Mostly Ethereum, then followed by Bitcoin, and then a stable coin, And Polygon, Cosmos. Huh, we were just talking about Cosmos.
Hmm.
Their name keeps popping up everywhere.
They're everywhere.
That doesn't mean that it's a good or bad project, but I do say that gives a little weight to being a better project than a bad project, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you see like lots of articles talking about it, as far as I don't know who these people are. This is the Daily Hodl. I don't know what kind of but if you go to like Forbes I mean, I'm not saying that anybody is one more authority than the other, but if you're seeing people in good lights talk about how these coins in the general public and not in just the crypto area are good or seem to be performing well, or they mention their names, that tends to lend to them having a decent project going on. But this robot, he likes them, and then I guess this is really his recent. Oh, this is answers. So underweight, overweight, neutral. Let the bot decide. Don't include in portfolio. So they definitely don't want Sushi Swap. Funny. And Thorchain, which is Rune. Decentraland. How's that one looking? That one's a little there. Ethereum was high. Bitcoin. And for everybody new, if you do want to buy stuff, I would definitely think you want to start maybe in those. They seem to be the most reliable. Not as far as price goes.
Right. Yeah. But just
In general, widely used.
Mm.
If I was to build a project right now, it'd unfortunately have to be Ethereum. And I say unfortunately because it's just a congested network. It's busy. Busy. Can blockchains be used without cryptocurrency? Everything that we've learned has always had cryptocurrency in some form or fashion integrated with the blockchain, right?
Yep.
What do you think? What's your answer?
Yes.
Yes, and I would hope so, because we know it can be. You can use blockchain technology. What, the confidential ledger we looked at?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any cryptocurrency in there.
Nope.
At least as far as their point of view. I think it was still posting stuff on an Ethereum blockchain in the back end, right? I think that's what it said. A blockchain without cryptocurrency is a distributed, yeah, so then it would be exactly that. Is a distributed ledger that stores data associated with non-fungible token, supply chain initiatives, and the metaverse, and more. Even though BTC is the most known application of a decentralized ledger or blockchain, there is a wide range of other uses of blockchain technology. For instance, blockchain technology can be utilized in various financial services, including remittances, digital assets, online payments, because it enables payments to be settled without a bank or other middle person. It's just funny because I don't know. It doesn't matter. Furthermore, the next generation of interaction internet interaction systems, including smart contracts, reputation systems. That's such an interesting topic. Public services, IoT, and security services are among blockchain's most promising applications. Nick's wife's going to learning how to be a hacker. White hat hacker.
Really?
Yes. It just made me think of security services. That's what brought it into mind because he asked me on Linux, and actually, like, not. He was like, "Do you know Linux?" And I was like, depends what the question is." And it was just scanning files and how to create that command, right? Because it sounded like she was doing command line stuff, and like how to make up the arguments to do string searching, right? That's really what you're doing. I was like, oh, that's too advanced. You know, what is on face a relatively simple thing. It's like, oh yeah, you should know how to do that. It's just like scanning for files and you're reading in the files. You're looking for information basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope, I don't know how to do that. And then I was thinking, what do I really know? And it's like, well, I know how to list directories, ls, and I know how to clear the screen. That's about it. It's like I know 2 commands.
The next
It's the
time
best.
next time you ask, you'll still say, "I know a little bit."
Yeah, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like I know a little bit, but it's just
That's
funny.
awesome.
And I'm sure once I would get in, I would discover I know a lot more. But it's just kind of funny. It's like I guess I really can't help, and I should have just said no. So funny. A blockchain without cryptocurrency refers to a distributed ledger that keeps track of status of a shared database across numerous users. The database can include the history of cryptocurrency transactions or confidential voting data related to elections, for example, that cannot be updated or deleted once added. Therefore, blockchain technology is not only
Relevant.
Yeah, I was gonna say not only relevant to cryptocurrencies, but I was thinking it should have been a different word. It's not only relevant to cryptocurrencies. Now that I read it, I get it. Blockchain, however, is mainly concerned with the decentralized storage of information and the consensus of particular digital assets, which can or cannot be cryptocurrencies. So, can blockchain be used for anything? Well, didn't we just answer that in like 2 paragraphs?
Yeah.
Ideally, blockchain technology has the potential to replace business models that rely on third-party and centralized systems for trust. For instance, NFTs were initially introduced on Ethereum network in late 2017. Blah, 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 blah. That influence intellectual property. However, be aware of the risks and returns associated before making any NFT investments. I would, definitely not make NFT investments.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't. Just that's up to you.
Don't.
Yeah, I don't want to. I mean,
Say don't. But...
yeah, I don't want to say don't because then maybe somebody's like, oh, look, I made all this money, like in 30 years. But I'm definitely not buying. I'm not putting any money. I wouldn't put. Here's how I put it. I will not buy an NFT for more than $20. That's it. That's probably like my ceiling. I would give like right now. I would do a little research and make sure I like the artist because I'd buy art. That's what I would buy as far as my NFT. And yeah, I would investigate the artist but that would be my threshold. That would really be it. It'd be like buying a print at an art show and something like that. I mean, I know they charge a lot sometimes for prints, but you're not even getting something that's printed out on paper and not framed sometimes. I get a lot of times in the cheap barrel. I know what, like you see all the pretty pictures at the art show on the wall and then you're like, I can't afford that. So then you go to the like album area, where you're flipping through them and they're not framed and they're just in plastic. They're just prints. Yeah. And so that's where I usually go. But yeah, that would be my ceiling because I do believe in supporting the artists if they're really out there doing NFTs and stuff like that because some of them are amazing. But definitely do your research because now with DALL-E and the other AI that are doing digital art, you definitely don't know if a person did it or if somebody's computer program did it. And that's getting into interesting topics on its own. No, we just answered this question. Does blockchain need cryptocurrency to work? Only public blockchain needs cryptocurrency. Private blockchains do not. Can you invest in blockchain without buying cryptocurrency? Yeah, no, I don't know how you would. Maybe, yeah, a company like what they were talking, a blockchain-based startup. I don't know, you could buy a Coinbase stock, I believe. Can smart contracts exist without blockchain. Blockchain technology is necessary for smart contracts to function because it enables automatic agreements to be conducted and carried out without the involvement of a third party. I disagree. I disagree with that. Why is that?
I don't know.
Because what is a smart contract? We kind of played with one. We've talked about them. In a way, just an API, right? The smart contract is just like a set of functions that do things based off of its inputs. And
Well, wouldn't that just be a regular contract though? If it's not on the blockchain?
it would be
Your
in a way.
run-of-the-mill dummy contract?
Now, part of the thing that the smart contract offers is you can't change it once it's committed to the blockchain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I use that loosely because there's been blockchains created that allow whatever, like we have everything now. We can, like, you just pick the one that fits your project the best. But in general, let's say once you deploy your smart contract, you deploy it and it's there and it's out in the world. That's why it can be exploited. That's why you want to make sure you have it tested by a third party company that does testing. And but it's really just an API endpoint for the blockchain in general. If you had an API that some way you could guarantee that it wouldn't be changed, I mean, I get that this whole blockchain does this, but to say that it can't exist without a blockchain, I guess the term smart contract got invented because of blockchain, but it's really just an API. So that's why I disagreed, because you could create it, and if people had confidence it wasn't changing, then it's really just the same thing and it's not on a blockchain, right? You're an automated middleman is what you are. That's what a smart contract, but it's more than that. I get it. I totally get it. I'm dumbing it down at a base level. Like, for the programmers out there, like, if somebody would have been like a year and a half, 2 years ago, a smart contract is just a set of APIs and functions, I'd have been like, oh, okay. That, like, it took a minute for me to kind of figure that out. And I know it's a little different than that, but that's the way I categorize it. What do you think? You've heard a little bit. Would you agree, disagree, don't know enough?
I mean, with it being an API, basically API with some functions, yes, but I still think, I mean, the confidence you get with a smart contract is from it being on the blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
So I would find it difficult to be able to say that somebody would have confidence in it outside of the blockchain, which then would that mean it's not smart anymore? Probably, just based on, like, that's what a smart contract is. It's all words.
It's exactly, I mean, that's what they're standing on. I mean, they're standing on exactly that it's tamper proof, it's immutable.
You could do the same thing. You could, have the same functionality and everything, but with it not being on the blockchain, I don't know.
Yeah, they're just talking about, administrators can go in and update things, change things, purge logs, manipulate the data.
Yep.
Without a blockchain, no other contemporary technology would enable widespread use of smart contracts. Nonetheless, smart contracts need blockchain oracles to call off-chain data that is pushed. We've talked about oracles. Chainlink is a perfect example of that. All right. It's 7. How much longer do we want to go? Let's see if any of these are interesting. We got a few people still holding on.
Yep.
Helium says its crypto mesh network is used by Lime and Salesforce. All right, let me flip through these and see what's the most interesting. It isn't. I didn't read. Sorry, I was going to come back to that. Now I don't even care, because the reason I grabbed it was because of Salesforce. Lime is all right, but Salesforce plays more into our world. That it was interesting, and then you're like, it isn't. I'm like, wait, what?
Wait.
Helium
How
listed
do
two
you know?
companies as users on its homepage. Ooh, bad Helium, and I like Helium
Yeah.
too. Helium's an interesting one too. I think that's the one where you can get their little dish thing, and they provide like a mesh network system, and you get rewards for just setting up their little dish. So all you got to do is let it lean on your internet, right? Because that's what you're doing. You're leveraging your internet, and then people that are subscribed to their network pay them, obviously, but then it's kind of like if you have Xfinity, I believe is how it works. You know how Xfinity, if you, I don't know if this is true everywhere in the US, but if you have Xfinity, it's internet provider here that I have, and they have this feature that you can log into anybody's Xfinity box. So if other people have Xfinity service and they turn on this feature for their box, and there's no reason to turn it off. They say it doesn't affect your internet speeds. I don't know if I believe that, but that's a different topic. And you can basically have your internet everywhere. So it's a really nice mesh network. I found it super convenient personally. When you don't want to sign on to somebody's other public network, or everything's private around you, then you'll see this one Xfinity thing, and you'll be like, yes, thank you, Xfinity. And Helium's, I think, the same idea, but then they want people to do it because they don't have the reach that a company like that has. So
Right.
you could buy their little box and you could plug it in, and then it starts creating a mesh network. I mean, it sends out the internet thing, and then if somebody comes within range, I believe they can use that network. And then they pay their rewards for you providing that service to its users. They give it in their cryptocurrency, and it's like the most easy mining thing ever. If you wanted to do like crypto mining, this one, and that's why you can't find the boxes because everybody's doing it, and you just set it up and then you get the rewards.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like the most user friendly thing to set up, and it's a really good idea too. I believe that's Helium. I've just said this whole thing, and I don't even know if this is the company, but I'm pretty sure. I'm like they do say mesh network, so
Yeah.
so that's really interesting. But bad Helium. Don't list companies that really aren't using your stuff. It makes people not trust you. You're just being
Yeah.
slimy. Like you're trying to get things that aren't true. Just do it on the fact that you have kind of a cool idea. Just make more hardware. Because I went to go buy one, and they were like a
It looked
couple
like they
$100
had.
bucks. But
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah,
it looked like they had quite a few, or a few other companies. Why add extras?
yeah, yeah. Decentralized storage providers power the Web3 economy, but adoption is still underway. This one I definitely want to read. Let's see if there's gonna be. Yeah, that kind of lends into that, but we might skip that. College textbooks get pricier as Pearson wants NFTs to track secondary sales. Ooh, I knew
Yeah.
this would start happening. Oh, yep, that's exactly it. So reselling stuff, and then the royalties go back to the original people, and this is it's good and bad, right?
It's so bad. College is so expensive, and the books are outrageous.
Yeah, but it's the same mechanism that gets
Yeah,
artists money back
I know.
for
It makes
resales.
sense. I get it, but man,
Yes, it's so bad. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. So we might cover that next week because that's a little bit of a
yeah.
deeper
Let's.
topic. Thousands of wallets. Oh, this is important. Thousands of wallets on Solana attacked and blah blah blah. Millions. Solana's having some troubles, and this is current. This is current again.
August. Yeah.
I do want to point this out because I'm a huge fan of Solana project. They're a nice. They can't say they're a nice blockchain because in the last year, I'm gonna stretch it a year. They've gone down 3 different times. Their network's gone down, and it's possible they're getting attacked. But again, if you're gonna be a public blockchain, and this is what everybody says, you got to be prepared for that. And now they're getting hacked as a major blockchain, and it's not to say that other ones don't, and maybe they don't get it in the news, but this is just something that people need to be aware of.
Yeah.
And it sucks. So developers, come on, guys. Just I know you're working hard. I know you're working extra hard because I'm a developer also, and it sucks. But we got to figure this out. 'Cause I'm a fan of you. All right, next. MicroStrategy. Oh yeah, this one's good too. Real quick. MicroStrategy's Saylor. So Michael Saylor is stepping down as CEO, and he is one of the biggest Bitcoin proponents. And his company is so highly leveraged in Bitcoin, and they've taken such a big hit, unfortunately. And he's just changing his role, but he's stepping down as CEO, and he's just going to focus on Bitcoin stuff. But it is an interesting thing. I would imagine this is from pressure due to the fact that they have a board and investors, and Bitcoin is down, and they bought $4 billion, and right now their investment is like $1 billion down, I think. So I think investors get a little antsy about that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I think that's fair.
and you know, it's unfortunate to him that, you know, the global economy has turned, but I do agree with this. It's his company. Let somebody else run your normal operations, because they do like enterprise level advising, consulting, stuff like that. Let another person run that, and you focus on your Bitcoin plan, right? Because that's what he believes for his company's future. So then focus on that. Don't do the stupid stuff. I mean, unless you like doing stupid stuff. But all right, what do we got here? Oh nope, this was just general news. Bankrupt crypto lending. Oh yeah, this one was just funny. This lending platform, Celsius, we talked about them a few weeks back. They went bankrupt. They were part of a whole bunch of other things that just blew up. They want to hire their CFO back at almost $100,000 a month. And I don't know what CFO's going rate is. It just seems like a lot.
Yeah.
But I would, to be
Maybe
fair,
go back to school.
yeah, to be fair, if at this level you get paid $1.2 million a year as a CFO, then this is just kind of BS article, right?
Yeah.
That I don't have perspective in what the average pay salary is for a CFO at a super high level, right? They might not be as big as like a Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Disney type thing, CFOs, but these blockchain companies have billions of dollars invested in them, if not hundreds of millions. So maybe CFO pay is that high, but it would be sad. Not sad for CFOs, good for you, but sad that that's like kind of the disparaging part on, like, you know, pay gaps and stuff like that. It's just kind of like, whoa, I'm in the wrong business. What's your thoughts? You got any thoughts or nah?
I was just
Stay
looking
away
it
from
up.
that. Oh yeah, this was funny. We were just gonna talk about NFT news, and I saw thugs or cops. Pick a side. Well, I'm gonna pick the police side. Thugs usually, but it's funny. Funny. So while you're looking that up still, I'm gonna go back to here real quick. And we were gonna talk about this. Decentralized storage. Yeah, we're gonna cover this another time. So what'd you have on your CFO's average pay?
Just CFOs in general. It says their salary can fall between 150,000 to 300,000 a year. There was one. It doesn't say. I was trying to find just for crypto. Doesn't say what company. Oh, here.
Yeah, think about that. Crypto, I mean, that's your whole thing. You'd be like working overtime to make sure you're within regulation stuff and that you're doing all your accounting properly.
Yeah, there's one.
Probably one of the most important jobs.
It says 1.6, but his base salary is 360,000, and then the rest is the stock awards. So.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, so it's like, well.
So it's within range. I mean, we don't get to decide as little people the range, right?
Yep.
It seems like a lot because it's like, oh my god, that's an awesome yearly salary, like crazy. But it's within that neighborhood of what they're getting paid. I mean, they're earning it obviously because people are paying them. And after thinking about it, maybe in the crypto world, that is probably one of your besides your high level programmer, right? Whoever's in charge of making everything work. Those two people are probably very important and critical to the company. And then the fact that he doesn't want to take stock options or any kind of unreal, like not real in his hand or her hand money from a bankrupt company, I can see how the charging 92,000
and
is
and it
appropriate.
says,
Yeah.
yeah, the company says they need them to investigate bankruptcy proceedings as an advisor. That's got to be a ton of work. I mean, they're not going to be doing a 40-hour week. Yep, that's
So I think
wanted
this
to
is
know.
the term gaslighting a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. Just because they're bankrupt, well, the only way they're going to become unbankrupt is I don't know if you want your same CFO
Right.
though.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but it depends what happened in here.
Yeah.
But a
Was it
bankrupt
after they
company, if
left?
they're trying to go forward, yeah, exactly. If they're trying to go forward though, you would need somebody that can get everything back in line. So I don't think this is fair. This is not fair to this company, to the CFO. Shame on you, CNBC. All right.
Yep.
Coming up, we don't know what we're going to talk about, but we will have a show Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday. Do you get the theme?
Yep. Wednesday and a Saturday.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
And if you don't know how to, like, if you don't want to be late or you don't want to have to remember multiple times, just show up at 6 a.m. and wait. And you'll always make it on time.
That's awesome. Or you can just come to our page here.
Our page
When
and
it
see what times. Yep. What's our page?
pretending to program tech.
Yeah.
www.
Oh, they haven't done that forever. They don't even show the HTTP or S or anything anymore. It's just so funny. www. Yes.
Yep.
www.
Ah, the good old days.
Such a waste of typing.
Yep. And talking. That was funny. We always used to say it.
We did. And if you need to, you can always reach out, suggest topics, provide input. We do run a Discord that we've never publicized, but if you're wanting to actually talk to us, we would be happy to give that information. You can hit this little chat button down here in the corner, chat with us. Sometimes, someday, maybe somebody will actually answer, and we should. And then you can come to our contact page, and you do got to hit this button. I had somebody say that they were unable to figure out the button.
Oh.
And it wasn't clear because I was like, what do you mean? And it was already opened on my page. Oh, there's a little button on what's on your mind. This gets into our inbox. We will be happy to respond, answer questions, provide feedback. Maybe use your topics after multiple weeks of talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did finally use Craig's topic, and it was so just shoved in at the end. It was funny.
Aw, poor
Because
Craig.
I didn't remember, and then I was like, it's been so many weeks, I gotta just put it in now. And then...
See, we did it.
Yep. All right. Oh, I should have said new episodes every Saturday and Wednesday on here. All right. Anything else?
Nope. It was fun. It's nice to be back.
It's nice to have our sound checker, our conversator, and our general, just good mood person here.
Right? It's just been Eeyore.
It's just been Eeyore doing it.
Nobody likes me.
Nobody likes me. Nobody shows up. My articles stink. All I talk about is programming. No fun
Aw,
animals or nature news. No, we talked about some cool stuff.
I bet.
Normal stuff.
I bet they were good.
Yeah, they were throwing rocks at the James Webb.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
from here.
Oh, how did I miss that chat? Did that just come in?
Yep.
Yay.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to be back.
Yeah, there because the big rock strike that happened. It's funny how people write articles, but they made it sound recent, but it was from that original rock strike.
And they're
Remember
just
when?
bringing it back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I guess NASA released information that was a lot worse than they originally
Oh.
thought. So it based. I think they said it's going to mar all the pictures from here on out. They'll
Yeah.
probably remove it digitally, so we'll never see it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't a good thing. So yeah,
Well,
things
at
like
least
that.
they know where it's at.
Yeah, and they went and talked to those aliens. They asked them not to stop doing that, and so
Oh yeah.
the aliens agreed, and instead they started throwing bigger asteroids at us.
Oh, that's fair.
Hmm. Yeah,
They
they were like, all right, we'll leave our little pebbles, and we won't throw them at your telescope, but now we're gonna hurl asteroids at your planet.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not very nice.
No.
Or maybe they're testing us, testing our skills. Sometimes like a parent, they test their kids to make sure they're able to handle stuff.
What skill do you see if we can dodge asteroids?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if Bruce Willis is still, oh, that's, I'm sorry, that was,
Oh, yeah.
but he's,
I was thinking the same thing. Yep.
yep. Yep.
Yep.
So, all right, everyone, have a wonderful day,
Yeah.
and hopefully you'll tune in to us on Saturday,
Yeah. Come back on Saturday. It'll
and
be
we'll
fun.
have an excellent show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Bye.
Bye.
We need a better outro. I'm still live, but it's just funny.
We do. We'll work on it.